You know, when most of us think about dinosaurs, we picture what we've seen in movies or the toys we had as kids. But what if I told you a lot of that is totally outdated, or maybe just plain wrong? I mean, really think about it. What if those giant, scaly monsters you have in your head are, well, basically a fantasy? Today, we're going to peel back all that fiction and get to the incredible new truth about what these animals were really like. See, the reason everything is changing is that we are, right now, living in a new golden age of paleontology. Seriously, we're finding more stuff now than at any other time in history, and it is completely rewriting the book on these ancient creatures. And get this, the pace is just unbelievable. We're talking about scientists identifying a brand new species of dinosaur, on average, every single week. That's just staggering. It's shaking up everything we thought was settled science. Okay, so how is this all happening? Well, let's take a trip to an active dig site up in Alberta, Canada. Paleontologists there are trying to sort out something they've nicknamed the Bacariophinosaurus omelette. Yeah, you heard that right. It's this massive jumble of bones from maybe thousands of animals all mixed together. Dr. Emily Bamforth, one of the paleontologists there, she puts it perfectly. She says, it's like trying to solve the hardest jigsaw puzzle in the world, but you don't add the picture on the box, half the pieces are gone, and oh yeah, a bunch of pieces from other puzzles are mixed in too. That's the challenge they're up against every single day. And you know what? Solving these insane puzzles is leading to some of the biggest changes we've ever seen, especially when it comes to what dinosaurs actually looked like. So let's start by taking on one of the most famous movie monsters ever. Okay, when I say the word Velociraptor, I bet this is what you picture, right? The clever, human-sized, scaly predator from the movies. It's an absolutely iconic image, and it is almost completely wrong. I mean, just look at the size difference here. The real Velociraptor, it wasn't some 6-foot-tall terror. Nope, it was about the size of a turkey. Now, don't get me wrong, it was definitely a mean little predator for its size, but it was not the monster from the movies. And here's the kicker. The final nail in the coffin for that movie monster image? They had feathers. We have solid proof now that velociraptors and a whole lot of other dinosaurs were covered in them. So forget the scaly lizard thing. You should be picturing something a lot closer to a bird. So you gotta wonder, why did we get it so wrong for so long? Well, a huge part of the problem was this artistic habit called shrink wrapping. For decades, artists would basically just draw skin stretched tightly over the skeleton. They completely forgot about all the muscle and the fat and the stuff that actually makes an animal look, well, alive. And to show you just how messed up this is, let's try it on an animal you might know. Take a look at this. This shrink-wrapped skeleton. It looks like some kind of terrifying monster from a horror movie, doesn't it? Go on, take a guess. What do you think it is? Would you believe it? It's a baboon. A regular old baboon. And this just perfectly shows the problem, right? When you strip away all the muscle and tissue, you turn a totally normal animal into a monster. And that's exactly why we now think most dinosaurs were a lot chunkier and less bony than we used to draw them. All right, so we fixed how they look, but there's another massive misconception out there, and it's all about when they lived. That idea you might have of all the famous dinosaurs hanging out together, yeah, that's a total lie from your childhood. Okay, first, let's get some perspective on time. Dinosaurs were around for something like 180 million years. It's a number that's almost impossible to wrap your head around. If you look at this timeline, all of human history, I mean all of it, is just that tiny, tiny little sliver at the very end. And here it is. This might be the single most mind-blowing fact about that timeline, so just let this sink in. There is more time separating the Stegosaurus from the T-Rex than there is separating the T-Rex from us. They lived in completely different worlds. They never, ever, ever could have met. Okay, so we've fixed what they look like and when they lived. But that kind of brings up an even bigger question. What even is a dinosaur? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of the famous prehistoric creatures you're thinking of, they actually don't make the cut. See, scientifically, it all boils down to the family tree. It's about how they're related, and it's defined by things like the structure of their hips. So those parasaurs, the famous flying reptiles, different hip structure, not dinosaurs. The giant swimming mosasaurs, also not dinosaurs. They're all incredible for sure, but they're more like cousins on a different branch of the reptile family tree. So if we follow that family tree all the way to the present day, what are dinosaurs? The answer is all around us. It's birds. And I don't just mean they're descended from dinosaurs. No. By every rule of scientific classification, birds are dinosaurs. They are a living, breathing branch of the dinosaur family. So, okay, why does any of this matter? Why do we spend all this time and energy digging up these old bones? Well, because their story, everything from how they lived to, maybe more importantly, how they died, is directly tied to our own story, to why we're even here. And we know that story because of fossils. But it's really important to get what a fossil actually is. That thing in the museum, it isn't bone anymore. It's rock. It's an exact copy where minerals have replaced the original bone, cell by cell. It's basically a perfect stone replica. And these stone replicas, they tell the story of that unbelievable 180 million year reign. And they also tell us exactly how it all ended. It happened 66 million years ago. A rock wider than Mount Everest, hit the Earth. It triggered a global apocalypse, a wall of fire, mega tsunamis, and then it blocked out the sun. And in that darkness, the whole global food chain just collapsed. When the dust settled, survival seems to have come down to one thing: size. The fossil record is brutally clear on this. Pretty much nothing bigger than a German Shepherd made it through. If you were big, you were done. Only the small had a chance. It was the end of a world. A really, really bad day for the dinosaurs. Well, for the big, non-bird ones anyway. But for the small, furry mammals that were hiding and brewing to survive, it was the opportunity of a lifetime. The dinosaurs' bad day was our day. Their extinction literally cleared the stage for us. And all of this leaves us with one last, huge, thought-provoking question. For 180 million years, this was their planet. Their end was a cosmic accident, a complete fluke. And that fluke is the only reason our ancestors got their shot. So just think for a second. What would the world look like right now if that rock had just missed?